I'm making a mess. Hello, you guys. Happy Thursday. Ooh, I just got really warm. Like a hot flash. Oh, Lord, not yet. We're only 30. Actually, I'm 32, but it's fine. My child let everybody know that last week. Wasn't that so nice of him? He let everybody on the football field know that his mommy is 32. There you go. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about planting seeds. This is super, super important. I know you guys hear us say, plant the seed, show up, do all this. And you're probably like, why am I doing all this? There is a method to the madness. I promise. This is why you got to listen. You got to soak it up. Then you got to go implement. Okay. So my name is Anya Faust and I am the Superstar Director for the Wildflower Warrior Group. I come every Thursday bearing gifts. Just kidding. I come, well, kind of. I guess it kind of is a gift, right? I come every Thursday bearing gifts, sure, with a training, something, a tip, something for your business to bless you, to help you, okay? I cannot help you if you're not willing to help yourself. So it is important to watch these to gain knowledge, whether you're driving in the car, whether you're in the shower, you're making dinner, whatever it is, okay? Shopping for groceries, pop an AirPod on and make it happen, okay? Because these are important. There is a ton of them. And if you don't know, you can search them up in your, on the team page with the little, that thing. Yep. The magnifying glass. And you can look for hashtag Tip Thursday and you will see all of the Tip Thursdays I've ever done. Some of them are Tip Tuesdays. A long, long time ago, I did Tip Tuesday, but our homeschool day got moved, to Tuesdays. So that's just too much for me to fit in one day. So we do Tip Thursdays now. Okay. All right, so we're going to talk today about planting seeds. I look really tired. I let my little one watch a show on Disney with my bigger ones. We were all watching it together, and I didn't think anything of it. But last night, he was in my room all night long. So there's that. He was a little scared. Anyways, we're going to talk about planting seeds, okay? When you think about planting seeds, what do you automatically think of? Everything, everybody, Lord. Everybody thinks of it, right? Planting seeds. You're thinking of a garden when you're planting seeds, okay? What happens when you plant a garden? It takes time. There will probably be failure. Things will die. That's the way it goes, right? It takes tending to, it takes work and effort, right? To get it right and to see what's going to work for you, what's going to work for your garden, what's going to work for whatever you're planting. And then you have the harvest of whatever you've planted finally is coming into fruition. You have that time to harvest. It is the same in your business. It's the same, okay? So, how are we planting seeds? What are we doing? What does that even mean? Who are we planting seeds with? I'm going to tell you guys that you are planting seeds with literally everyone. Okay? Again, if your mouth is closed about your business, if your mouth is closed about your products, then your business is closed. People do not know what you have unless you open your mouth. They don't know the opportunity. They don't know what you're selling. They don't know how it can benefit them. They don't know why you love it. They don't know your story and why this means so much to you, that your business is a success, what it's doing, unless you open your mouth, okay? So when you see those posts and we're like, use the income disclosure statement, but share how Scentssy's blessing you with this check. It's not to brag. It's not to be like, oh, I'm making this, I rock. It's none of that. The reason is people don't know the blessing. They don't know what it's doing for you in their life. They don't know what it could do for them if you're not sharing. It's the same thing. If I sit here and I just take a picture with this all the time and I don't say anything about it, what am I doing? That's not helpful. How can this help people? How does it help me? Why do I love this? Okay? You have to plant the seeds. So for me, every single party that I have, I go live first. I've been doing my poll to see what people want to learn about, what they want to see. Then I go live and I introduce myself. And then I give them my 3 favorite, they change because I love everything pretty much, my 3 favorite things underneath $20. And I talk about how it can benefit them, why I love it, right? And like why they should want it, okay? So when I have this room spray, it's not just me posting a picture. It is me saying, you know what we can do with this? One of my favorite tips is to spray my wreaths. My mom taught me that. Spray my wreaths before someone even comes in my door, okay? How else does this benefit me? My kids are freaking loud when I go into a bathroom and it's disgusting in there. So what do? We pull out the room spray from mom's purse and we spray it before they can even say anything, because I don't need them in there when Susie Q is trying to go to the bathroom on her lunch break talking about how badly it stinks. Poor Susie Q, that's mortifying, right? But like I also need my kids to go to the bathroom. Okay, so yes, when I talk about this room spray, I let my customers know this goes in my purse. I have a loud 5-year-old in public restrooms who will let Susie Q in the stall next door know it smells in here. So we use room spray before my 5-year-old can embarrass us all. Okay, like that's planting a seed. Man, next time they go into a bathroom and it stinks, guess what they're thinking about? Man, if I really had some of that room spray that Anya was talking about, right? And her loudmouth 5-year-old, like they would know, okay? Because I've planted the seed of why this is important to me, why I love it, and how it can benefit them. You've got to be planting seeds. That's so, so important, okay? So who are we planting seeds with? We are planting seeds with potential customers. That is what you are social selling, okay? And if you are not sharing about your products on your Facebook, on your Instagram, then that's a problem. If you're not opening your mouth when you're out and about, right? If someone's like, oh man, I wish I had some lotion. Oh my gosh. You know what? We have some really good lotion from Scentsy and it smells so good. Use those little cues, those little inside things that people are saying or looking for and plant those seeds. But you've got to open your mouth. You've got to share the products. Otherwise, you cannot plant a seed of that person later saying, man, I could really use some lotion. That's right. I remember when Anya shared about that and how much she loved it and how it didn't dry out her hands, right? How it wasn't sticky, how it wasn't slimy. You've got to talk about your products. So if you don't like showing your face on the camera, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe first start off with just having the camera on the product, but eventually you've got to show your face. You've got to show your face with the product so people know you're using it. Plant that seed, okay? Another seed, potential hosts. Again, people see, oh my gosh, I love that warmer. Whew, I can't afford that. Guess what? I remember when Anya was talking about it in her stories that hosts can get things for free and half off. That's a potential host. I planted that seed. Before I could even ask that person, hey, you said you wanted this warmer. You liked it on my story. You put a heart on it. Were you interested in that warmer? I would love to do a party to get it for free and half off. They already have a seed in their mind because they've seen me post about host rewards. What my hosts get, why it benefits someone to party, okay? Planting those seeds. That's why we say you've got to share, you've got to show up on your page, on your social media, in person. You've got to actually use the stuff and show up with it so other people will see the benefits too, okay? Next, who else? Potential teammates. If I'm not talking about the benefit of Scentsy, what I love, how I can get my own host rewards, how I'm getting a paycheck, how I can do work on my own time, how I have this wonderful sisterhood with all of these people that are just amazing and give me uplifting and encouraging messages all the time, right? People pouring positivity into me, that's a problem. That's a problem. I had a girl the other day message me and she said, oh my gosh, you make doing Scentsy look so much fun. It's made it so I've even started thinking about it. I didn't have to say anything to that girl about becoming a Scentsy consultant. She said, because you show up, because you make it look so much fun, I even think maybe I could do it. And then she said, I know I'm really busy right now, but it is always in the back of my mind. So guess what? The next time I have a discounted kit, guess who I'm messaging? The next time there is a join special, guess who I'm messaging? But why? Because I planted that seed without even purposely doing it. It wasn't like I was like, hey girl, you should join Scentsy. It wasn't like that. It was me just talking about the benefits of Scentsy, why I love it. And then she's like, you make it look so much fun. Because it is fun. Because I can do it when I want to. I get free products. I absolutely love it. It is fun being a Scentsy consultant. Yes. And if you're not making it look fun and you're not having fun, there's a problem. Okay? Nobody wants to join something boring and miserable. You should be having fun. You should be having fun getting people rewards. You should be having fun getting your own rewards. It's one of my favorite things. I love that. I love it so much. You should have fun decorating your house for the next season with the Scentsy warmers and the different things, okay? But you've got to show up in your stories to plant those seeds. So it's not like you're like, I'm going to plant those seeds right on this girl right here. It's not like that. You are unintentionally, but intentionally planting seeds because you don't know who is going to see it. You don't know who is going to have that spark of, I think I could do what they're doing. I think I could do that. You don't know who it's going to hit, okay? Hey, Courtney. So I want you guys to think about that. Be talking about the products, the benefits of Scentsy, not just that side, but the host side and then the consultant side. There's so many benefits to each avenue because guess what? Customers become hosts. Hosts become teamies. The best customers make the best teamies. All right? So you got to be thinking about, how am I planting seeds today? That's why we say one Scentsy thing a day in your stories, and it does not always need to be a flyer. You've got to be talking about what you're doing, what you love. You've got to, okay? Actually, Courtney, since you're on here, I actually saw Courtney the other day posting some of her decor stuff. And I was like, yes, girl, that's what I'm talking about. She's posting about Scentsy in her decor. It looks beautiful. It's going to catch people's eyes. Instead of just saying, hi, this is on sale, buy this. Hi, this is on sale, buy this. She's not just doing that, right? She's posting like, oh my gosh, I just decorated for the season. I love this. Look, I changed this bulb out. What? There's more bulbs? I don't just have to have a white bulb. No, you don't. There's lots of different colors. But because she shared, people can start having those thoughts on her own. Then guess what? When Courtney goes to talk to that person who loved her post, when she goes and she's like, I saw you really like my post. Thank you for the support. Were you interested in getting anything for free and half off? That's not a cold message. That person liked her stuff and she's already planted the seed in their head. Right? We have to be thinking like this. You've got to be thinking about it in a business mindset. Whether the seed is ready to harvest tomorrow or it's ready to harvest 3 years from now, you still planted that seed and you're doing it consistently and daily. Okay? It's so, so important. So, showing up daily, you've got to plant these seeds so people think of you, all right? You are Scentsy. When you think of Wendy's, you think of that little redheaded girl, right, with her little pigtails, okay? Think of KFC, you're thinking about the Colonel, okay? Taco Bell, I haven't seen that dog in years, but I still think of Yoquito Taco Bell, okay? I'm still thinking of that dog as the Taco Bell dog, even though I haven't seen him in years. When I think of Target, I think of Bullseye. Okay, that's you for Scentsy. When they think of Scentsy, they need to think of you. Because yes, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of Scentsy consultants. How many of them are actually running a business? How many of them are actually taking care of their customers? That's so important. How many of them actually show up daily on their Facebook, in their stories, sharing how they're using Scentsy, why Scentsy can benefit them, why they love Scentsy, why they love doing this as a consultant? How many of them are doing that? It's going to make all the difference in the world, okay? I have people who shop with me when their own sister is a Scentsy consultant, but they shop with me because I show up, because I treat them like gold, because they're going to get the mail out from me. They're going to get the personalized thank you from me, right? They're going to get that thing in their email that says, hey, by the way, we have a 48-hour sale. Jump on it and look for my special link. If you shop for my special link, there's goodies, okay? They know these things. That's coming from me. Their sister is not doing anything. She's just hanging out, selling a bar of wax to if she feels like it. There's a big difference in who they're going to support, okay? Even if it's family. You'd be surprised how quickly people turn on their family. Good Lord. We will just throw that out there, okay? You want people to think of you when they're like, I really need a gift. I need a gift. Oh, that's right. I remember that girl, Anya, going live at the beginning of every single party talking about 3 different things under $20, and she showed the fragrance flower, and she talked about how it makes the perfect gift under $20. Let me go order a few of those. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we have to make sure that we're planting seeds, okay, and showing up. And when you love something, you talk about it a lot. When it benefits you, you talk about it because you want it to benefit other people. You want them to love it too, and that's contagious. That is contagious, and that is planting seeds, okay? So they can say, oh man, Anya really showed that warmer, which I'm gonna do in a little bit. I'm gonna show the gnome warmer. It's back today. I really wish I could get that, but I don't have the cash for it right now. But wait a minute, Anya talked about hosting. I know that I could get that warmer for free or half off with a party. Do you see the seed is planted? So when they're pushing those hearts on my stories, I can go back and look at who pushed those hearts and I can message them. Hey girl, did you love that warmer? Did you want to try to get it for free and half off? I can set you up a party today. Not tomorrow, not next week. We don't know when it's going to sell out. Today. You have to be smart in what you're doing and think like a business owner, okay? You've got to think like a business owner, all right? Next, I could use some income. Man, I remember that time Anya really talked about how Scentsy was blessing her and her family. I remember how she showed that she was able to get a car without her husband's signature because of Scentsy. I planted that seed because I talked about how Scentsy is blessing me. Again, it's not bragging. I never would have been able to do that without Scentsy. Kevin told me I didn't need a new car. Y'all, I was tired of driving a van, okay? I was over it. I was over driving a van, y'all. And I was like, mama is ready for an upgrade. I got bigger kids now. Like, I don't need the sliding doors. I can yell at them to be careful when opening that door. I don't need the van. Like, I'm ready for something different because of Scentsy, right? But if I don't share what it's doing for me, if I don't share that it got me that coffee guilt-free, that it paid for my kids' school clothes, that it paid for their football's freaking expensive. Like, if I don't share those blessings and plant those seeds, that's planting seeds in people's heads. If I'm not sharing those blessings, people don't know what it can do for them. They don't know, right? I think a few months ago, Paige went live and she talked about how she was so incredibly depressed, but Scentsy has given her something for herself. She said, I started Scentsy when my husband was deployed and I was at home during the pandemic with my 2-year-old by myself in a brand new place. They just moved to South Carolina. She was by herself. And I was like, I know you want to party, but hey girl, you should really join Scentsy. And she's like, and I was like, come on, it'll be fun. We'll do it together. Like, let's just do it. And she said, okay, fine. And it gave her a purpose. It literally helped her when she was in a state of depression by herself in a pandemic with a freaking 2-year-old, couldn't go anywhere. I remember us talking about trying to find toilet paper. Lord, we're texting back and forth about it. Couldn't go anywhere, stuck in her house, and her husband's deployed, and she didn't know anybody in the area. And Scentsy gave her that. If she didn't share about what Scentsy's done for her during a pandemic with a 2-year-old and a deployed husband and having like depression on and off, how is anybody else going to know that Scentsy can do that for them? They don't. You have to open your mouth. You've got to plant those seeds. I know it's like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to do it. What if they think I'm annoying? But what if they don't? What if you need that person, right? What if you, as a consultant, need that person to give you a smile and you don't even know it? Like, what if they're the one that's going to message you and ask you if you're okay? What if they need that? What if they need that and you have no idea? You're seeing them on social media and it looks like their life is picture perfect. Because let me be really honest, when I was going through the mess I was going through with my husband, my life looked pretty picture perfect. It did. And if I didn't have Scentsy to even like slightly think about during that time, it would have been so bad, you guys. You don't know who actually needs this opportunity for themselves, for their heart, for their mind, okay? You don't know who's struggling to put groceries on the table for their babies. You don't know. So maybe taking yourself out of it and instead of being like, I'm so embarrassed, I don't want to share. What if they think I'm annoying? What if they judge me? Maybe you think, but this is a blessing that someone could use. This is a blessing that someone, I don't know who it is, but someone can use it. And I'm going to show up just in case that person needs something positive in their life. I'm going to show up just in case I one day end up with a teammate who can tell their story of, I was depressed, I was alone, and Scentsy gave me something to focus on, to help me not sit there and stew in my own emotions, right? Yes, that's right, Courtney. Social media, that's the whole freaking point. That's one thing I don't like about it. I try to be very transparent and honest on my social media, especially my stories, because I want people to know, like, life is not perfect. It's not. We can dress up our pictures as much as we want and we can put filters on our pictures as much as we want, but life is not perfect, right? So like, what if you've got someone on your Scentsy or on your page, right? And they're like, man, I literally am so depressed and I have no friends, but they just posted a picture of them being at a meeting with all kinds of people and said how fun it was. What? They're having fun at a meeting? They're pouring into each other? Wow, I have had people join our team just because they see the community we have. And that's why I say, take pictures at the beginning of our meetings. It starts with showing up, right? Take a picture. If you get an email from me saying that you had top PRV or you sponsored, take a picture, screenshot it. Let them know what we have here because we are not like other teams. And I'll be damned if we ever are like other teams. We will not be. We will be different. We will uplift and encourage and love on each other and become a true family. Because I'll tell you what, when you finally go meet those people at SFR, it is like you've known them for years and it is the best feeling ever, but it starts with showing up and planting seeds, okay? So instead of being embarrassed, you don't know who could use this opportunity. You don't know who might really need it, just even for their mental health. You've got to plant those seeds. Let them know the benefits of being a consultant. Let them know. You don't have to ask them to join right now. Let them know the benefits of being a consultant, of hosting a party. Hello, then you can talk to them later about joining. Girl, your party was so great. I could flip this to you. You could start your own business right now. Let them know the benefits of the products. All of these things, okay? Yes, Kim, no, you are not. You're not being prideful. It's all in how you say it. So that's the other thing I'm getting to. I went off on a tangent, but I'm getting to. Here's the thing. You guys, if you read it and you're like, ooh, that is gross. I am cringing. That is so salesy. Then it probably is. And all you have to do is find a different way to say it, okay? Because the thing is, we should be uplifting each other. We should be excited when that girl can replace her full-time income with Scentsy, with wax and warmers. What? Mind blowing. But do you know how many people are completely miserable at their 9 to 5? Do you know how many people don't feel appreciated at their 9 to 5? So when you show up with that PRV card that your sponsor sent you or your upline sent you and you're like, look at me. They noticed me. They believe in me. That's huge. It's huge, you guys. So many people are way more miserable than you can even imagine right now. They're just not showing it on social media, okay? So make it not icky. There's a way to be like, I am proud of myself and I am excited for all that I'm doing, but you can do it too. There's a way to do that, all right? So find that, okay? So that was actually my next thing, Kim, was how are we sharing things? How are we planting these seeds? If it's cringy to you, it's cringy to them. And let me be very, very honest. There are many messages I look back on and I'm like, ooh, Anya, like, ooh, girl, no. Okay, it takes time. It takes time to find your rhythm. It takes time to find your voice, just with everything else. But you can't ever find your voice or your rhythm if you never step out of your comfort zone and you don't just open your mouth. So, yes, you might be cringy to some people. That's okay. We'll do better next time, right? We will do better next time. That's what we do, okay? So throwing it out there, talking to your host, putting things in your stories, all of those things are going to be so important. Like I said, I had that girl the other day who's like, you make being a Scentsy consultant look so much fun. And I'm like, it is. And she's like, I'm too busy right now, but I think I'm going to start going, she did say this, I think I'm going to start going on my stories and talking about what I'm doing and what's going on in my life. And I was like, yes, girl, do it. But I've also got my eye on you for when there is a join special. Okay? Like I've got my eye on her, but yes, absolutely. She doesn't have to join today. I've already planted that seed in her mind. Okay? And it might take, again, it might take years. It might take years, you guys. It's okay. It's okay, all right? But if you don't open your mouth, they don't know. It's as simple as that. If you don't teach people, they won't know how to do it. If you don't encourage people, they won't feel encouraged, right? You've got to open your mouth, okay? So keep going. You're going to plant those seeds. You're going to show up in your stories about what Scentsy's doing for you, what the products are doing for you, your tips and tricks on how you use the products, the benefits of hosting. You're planting all of those seeds, all right? There's a time to plant and a time to harvest. And I want you to think about this before I let you go. It took my mother over a year to join Scentsy. And I literally probably brought it up to her almost every other day. I was like, you really should. You're spending X amount. I went through, I added up all her purchases. You're spending this amount. You really should just join, even if it's only for yourself. Mom, by the way, you had an $800 party. You really should just join. Clearly your friends love Scentsy. I just kept plugging away. And finally she was like, okay, I think I'm going to do it. I was like, oh, yes, okay, let's do it. Yes. But it took over a year. And that's my own mother, you guys. My own mom. Like, my own mom. All right? Who saw what I was doing. Who saw that I loved it. Who saw I was having fun. I was at her house. And her house was actually my first in-person party. And I was filling out thank you cards. And writing them. And she saw. She was there for it all. She saw me doing live parties. Actually, I think one of the live parties I was doing, 2 of the consultants now on our team, Jamie and Macy, were both on. I was doing it for somebody else, a girl who wanted to join. And I remember having my mom send everybody outside so I could sit at the table and do a live on my laptop for this girl's party. She saw it. She firsthand saw it all, and it still took her a year, okay? Another one, Marissa, came out the gate. Last month she joined in the last 2 weeks of the month, and she hit certified in the last 2 weeks of the month. Like, homegirl just started plugging away. You guys, I've been asking Marissa to join since I started. Literally since I started, and she just joined. She just joined last month. It takes time, okay? Another one, Kate Gundling, she hit Shooting Star last month. She joined, and it took me a few times to ask her, and it wasn't because I know she's got a full-time job. I know she's got itty bitties at home, and she's really busy, but I'm like, you're spending so much money with me. You're spending so much money with me. Girl, save your money. And so when she sent me her wish list for the holiday collection, I was like, girl, it'll cost you $50 to join right now and you can make that money back from literally what you're wanting from the holiday collection. why do you not just join? And I had asked her during the $20 join special. I'd asked her before. I asked her because she was a Scentsy Club person. And I'm like, your Scentsy Club could come straight to you instead of giving me that money. Like, you should really just join. And she was like, man, okay, I guess it does make sense. Since I love this stuff, I might as well get paid back on my own orders. I was like, let's do it. And let's do a launch. Get you that money you bought your kit with right back. And she did, okay? It takes time. So don't feel discouraged when you're like, everybody has said no. No one wants to work. I've got a team full of hobbyists. It takes time. Sometimes it takes a little bit for people to wake up and say, oh my gosh, that's so weird. I think I could actually do something with this business. Ah, Kim, yes, it's Marissa. I did the same thing when I met her. I met Marissa a long time ago at Bible study at Fort Sam Houston in Texas. So she was part of, we were like doing the welcome committee stuff together at Bible study. So you never know who you're going to meet that will later on become a part of your team who's just watching your stories, right? Who will do a party. Marissa ended up doing a party with me. I believe we did one party every semester. So one for the spring and summer catalog, and then we do a party for the winter catalog too. And that's just kind of how we did things. And she was like, I don't want to join. No, not yet. No, not yet. And then finally she said yes. And I wasn't trying to be annoying, but I'm like, it's not making sense to me why you're not joining to get paid back on your own stuff. You need to just go ahead and get paid back on your own stuff. You don't have to be crazy about it. If you don't want to, I'm here for it if you do. But if you don't want to, just get paid back. It's that simple, you guys. So you've got to throw it out to people when you see that there's an opportunity, but you've got to be looking for the opportunity. The opportunity is going to happen as you're planting seeds, okay? So plant all the seeds and we're going to reap the harvest. It might not happen today. It might not happen in 6 months, but it is going to happen. You just have to keep going and keep being consistent and be the Scentsy person, okay? So, plant all the seeds. We're going to have a beautiful Scentsy garden, you guys, among the wildflower warriors. I just came up with that in my own head. That was really good. That was really good. All right, y'all. You have a great Thursday and a wonderful weekend. Keep plugging away and plant all those seeds. Bye, guys.